James, many congratulations winning the inaugural DP World ILT20. You stepped up in the eliminator today. Carlos and Chris stepped up well. Everyone seems to have played their part at the right times during the course of the month. Tell us how you guys, what sort of strategy do you have in mind? Obviously playing the Desert Vipers 3 times after, back to back, as it were.
Well, today was a fresh day, and being a final, what had gone in the past was pretty much irrelevant, and it was about coming here today, and it helped winning the toss, I think, and then we set the tone brilliantly with the ball, having them 3 for 20 odd or whatever it was. Meant the pressure was well and truly on them, so we couldn't have got off to a better start. Obviously, Hasaranga fought back in the middle there. But then we managed to get him out and then finish the innings off really strongly. So at the halfway stage, 140 odd, albeit a slightly slow pitch and offering a little bit of spin, felt we were ahead of the game. And then, Linny showed his class, his maturity to see the game through, along with Hetty at the end. Just when started to get a little bit tense and the run rate crept up to 10s again, we had that big over of 16 or 18 or something, which really killed the game off, and then finished it with plenty of time to spare.
James, congratulations on the victory. You guys have been the most consistent squads of the season, and what better than ending it with the victory. So when you guys faced Desert Vipers the first time, it was similar circumstances. They batted first, you guys batted second, but this time when you won the toss, you again put them in. So was that in the mind that probably, since you guys batted second the last time and, couldn't cross the line, so this time maybe you could try something different, or you guys just wanted to put them in?
No, we've been comfortable chasing all tournament, and we've won the toss. I think the boundaries aren't huge here, so I think knowing what you got to chase, you can really pace your innings. And there's emphasis on them batting first to, sum up quickly what a good score is. And as we saw, them coming aggressive early led to a few wickets. So, if we'd lost the toss and bat first, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, all being, with it being a final, runs on the board sometimes in a final can add pressure to the chasing side. But no, the start we got off to with the ball really set the game up.
James, 20 wickets by Chris Jordan, the leading wicket taker. Second, David Wiese with 18 wickets, and you have been the second most run scorer. Tell us about yourself. When someone makes his team captaincy, it adds more responsibility and more pressure, but you were totally different from that aspect. Tell us, were there any pressure being the captain of the side, or no, you just played your normal cricket throughout the tournament?
No, sometimes it can actually take pressure off because you're captaining the side, you're not too worried about your own form, and it means you can focus on the team. Obviously it helps if you get runs, particularly at the start of a tournament in a new franchise. I think that was very important for me to get off to a quick start in the competition. But as you say, CJ and Visa have been outstanding. The bowlers all tournament, we've been pretty much faultless, bar the odd over here or there. And of course, there's good players around that can still score boundaries off us and put us under pressure. But on the whole, if we've done that, it's been through good batting. We've never really given opposition easy runs, and that's been kind of our motto with the ball or competition, to make it as difficult as possible for the batters to score runs. Kept it really simple, and more often than not we've executed. So, CJ and Vise obviously with most wickets to their name, but if the bowler's going to take wickets, it takes every bowler to apply the pressure. There's no use one or two guys bowling well and the other guys going at 10, 12 and over. So it's been a real group effort. Those guys have got the accolades with the wickets, and from a batting point of view, I've been opening the batting, so I get the best opportunity to set the tempo and score the runs.
James, hi, congratulations firstly. It's been a long tournament. What have been your takeaways from this tournament?
It's been a great tournament. I think, the length of time is good, in comparison to some other competitions. It's not overly long. I think, you're about the limit here of, people starting to be away for a long time and homesick and all that sort of stuff. So I think, we've obviously been here from the start to the finish, and I think the timing's been perfect. It helps not, without any flying and a huge amount of travel. So Colin alluded to it, in the press conference before the game about being able to get to a hotel, set up camp, families can come in and out to break the trip up. So it's been really straightforward, to be honest.
I just wanted to ask about Carlos Braithwaite, the big man had delivered again. Are you guys going to tell him again that remember the name?
Sorry?
Just want to ask that. Carlos Braithwaite has delivered it again.
Yeah,
That was a very famous thing by the Ian Bishop at 2016 World Cup, that remember the name Carlos Braithwaite. Do you guys say it again to him?
I'm sure we will. Slightly different circumstances, obviously, with him, being at the start of the game. But he's come in as a replacement, midway through the tournament. Didn't play the first couple of games he was here, but since he's come into the team, he's fitted straight in. He came from, I think, Barbados, where he hadn't been playing cricket. So for him to come in and be up to speed with the game straight away has been fantastic. And we have lost a few players through injury throughout the tournament. We've used quite a few players. We've used the whole squad. So it's good credit to those guys that they've been on the sidelines, and then when they have got the opportunity, they've come in and taken over from the guys that were doing the job beforehand.
Okay, as you know, James, one of the aspects of the competition is development for local players. They've learnt from you, as we've heard from yourself and other people. Have you learnt anything from them about local conditions and how to go about things?
We've been chatting to them obviously throughout the competition, been working hard with the coaches. They've been really useful in giving us insights on the other UAE players. I've not really had time to reflect on the tournament overall yet, but I know those guys have, enjoyed working with some of the best coaches in the world and playing with some great players as well. So, it's great to see them get the opportunity, and as I've said before, for them to showcase what they can do. And I'm sure as the tournament goes on year after year, you see the UAE players play more and more, important roles in the games. There's no doubt their cricket will improve playing this standard. So look forward to seeing more and more of those guys in years to come.
Adding to that very question, the associate nations and the players who are playing for them, do you think this is a great platform for those players as well to go and participate in other T20 tournaments around the world, and especially tournaments like the IPL, etc.?
Yeah, again, I just think it's a platform. Obviously a lot of people watching around the world. With the standard of cricket being so good, if players perform, they're going to get noticed and they're going to be wanted by other franchises and their national teams as well. So I think just, the mix of players in the competition, you've got some of the world's best over the years that have been playing, and you've also got guys at the other end just starting out in their career, whether it's UAE players, overseas players, associate players. So I just think it's a really good platform for these players to showcase the world what they can do.